Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Teresa, and if you love what you see already, consider subscribing to this channel by just clicking that subscribe button below. Also, don't forget to turn on post notification because that will notify you whenever I drop a new content on this channel. Also, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share. So in this video, we'll be checking out the most popular countries in Africa. We'll be checking out the top 7 most famous. So, if this is the type of content you are interested in, make sure you watch this video till the very end. So, Africa boasts of mountains that soar high, crystal clear blue beaches, and amazing wildlife ranges, amazing cuisines, music, incredible works, and expressions of arts, monuments, rich histories, culture, and nature at its best. Every country in this untamed continent has amazing sceneries and an incredible cultural experience. According to the World Travel and Tourism Council, an estimated 3.8 million jobs with an additional 2.4 million indirect jobs could be generated in sub-Saharan Africa's tourism industry within the next 10 years period. This goes on to elucidate the importance of tourism to the economy of African countries and why the governments of more African countries are becoming more attracted to investing in the tourism of their countries and in extension their popularity. These facts makes most countries in this continent a famous destination for leisure and recreation. Some of the world's largest economies like Egypt, South Africa and Nigeria are member states of this beautiful continent. Because of its many inhabitants, it has become the dreamland of most manufacturers like China and other foreign investors to meet consumers of every product possible. Africa also exports an abundance of natural resources such as diamonds, gold, petroleums, platinum, natural gases, a variety of agricultural produces, and even human labor. Advancements in infrastructure and technological advancements are part of what has brought so much attention to countries of Africa. Africa has also borne world-renowned personalities who have gone on to make the continent the enigma it is. Nelson Mandela, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Aliko Dangote, Kwame Nkrumah, and the list is endless. These men and women have, through their feats, made their countries known and renowned around the world. So the mentioned are some of the reasons for increased attention of the world on Africa. So like I said, we'll be checking out 7 of the most popular countries of Africa in no particular order. So the first country on our list is Egypt, the land of Pharaoh as it is popularly called. It's a country with so much fascinating history and culture recorded. Ancient Egypt has a rich history that includes political power tussles, amazing advances in art and writing, advances in technology and engineering, and so on. Egypt dates back to the 4th millennium BCE as one of the oldest civilizations on earth, and as such is one of the very popular countries of the continent of Africa and the world at large. This Northeast African country as at December 2021 had an estimated population of over 100 million people. It is the most populous country in the north of Africa and the Arab League of countries that make up the Middle East. The official language of the country is Arabic, and it is also an officially Islamic country with a significant Christian minority. The capital of Egypt is Cairo. Modern Egypt began as a monarchy. It is said to have begun in the year 1922 when the country gained its independence from the British Empire. In 1952, after the revolution, the country merged with Syria to become a republic and later merged with Syria to form the United Arab Republic in 1958, an alliance that did not last long as they parted way in 1961. The government runs on a unitary semi-presidential republic as they have a president and a prime minister. They also run a multi-party two legislative houses system of parliament, the Senate and House of Representatives. Egypt is one of the leading cultural and intellectual centers of the Arab world. It is home to the Nile River, where most of the population of the country reside and make their living. A large portion of the lands of Egypt has over time turned to desert, with people partially living there. It is also home to the Pyramid of Giza and the Sphinx, monuments that have lasted generations and keep drawing tourists to the country year in, year out. Egypt, therefore, is popular for its history, rich deposit of ancient technologies, art and culture, and its role as a leading power in Arab Middle East enclave. The second country we'll be checking out is South Africa. So the country at the southernmost tip of Africa. South Africa is home to the famous freedom fighter and president late Nelson Mandela. The multi-ethnic and multilingual country has an estimated population of over 60 million people as at 2021. The ethnic makeup of South Africa comprises of black around 80%, white around 7%, colored around 8%, and Asia around 2%. South Africa, whose largest city is Johannesburg, has a capital for each arm of its government: Pretoria for its executive arm, Cape Town for its legislative arm, and Bloemfontein for its judicial arm. It runs a unitary dominant party parliamentary republic with an executive office of the presidency. South Africa is widely famous for the apartheid struggles that was institutionalized by the National Party in 1948 till the 1980s, when the discriminatory laws started being repealed. It is also popular for being one of the world's largest manufacturers of gemstones and precious metals. It is the world's capital of platinum, as it produces and exports the largest amount of platinum in the world, and it also comes fourth in the world list of diamond producers, coming in position after Botswana, Canada, and Russia. South Africa comes as Africa's second leading tourist export after Morocco, as over 10 million tourists throng the many historical sites and beautiful cities of the country. South Africa is not called the party capital of Africa for nothing. The largest Southern African country by landmass boasts of the most modern cities in Africa, with beautiful coastlines, wildlife safari, national parks, historical sites like the Cradle of Humankind in Gauteng, where there is a 2 million old fossil remains, and much more. The very beautiful country has also produced famous men like Nelson Mandela, Desmond Tutu, Alba Lutuli, and F.W. de Klerk, who all played major roles in ending the apartheid government and are Nobel Peace Prize laureates. South Africa is popular for its apartheid history, tourist attractions, and amazing culture, the beautiful array of wildlife and plants, the lifestyle they offer, important personalities, and so on. The third country on our list is Nigeria, the most populous country in Africa. It's as well the most populous black nation on earth. It is inhabited by over 211 million citizens, with over 525 different languages, including the very common Nigeria Pidgin and the official lingua franca English. Nigeria gained its independence from Britain in 1960, and since then went through a civil war that lasted for 3 years between 1967 through 1970, a back and forth dictatorial ministry and civilian government that comprised a number of coups d'etat up until 1999, when an election ushered in a stable democratic system of government. It runs a federal presidential republic with a two-chambers legislative arm of government called the National Assembly, that is the state, and the House of Representatives. Nigeria's capital is Abuja, and its largest and most populous city is Lagos, renowned as Africa's Big Apple. Nigeria is also seen in Africa as a regional power and as one of the leading developing economies of the world. It has the 25th largest economy in the world and the largest economy in Africa, owing to its large deposit of natural resources such as petroleum and natural gases, and its large labor force, often referred to as the giant of Africa, and as an emerging market by the World Bank. Nigeria at some point was once referred to as one of the Mint, Mexico, Indonesia, Nigeria and Turkey countries of the world. In pre-colonial times, the geographical area now known as Nigeria had civilizations, states, kingdoms and settlements that lived and made their living on the lands that are now called Nigeria. Notably, the Benin Kingdom, the Nok people of Jos, the Kingdom of Ife, and so on. As such, Nigeria has a very rich and diverse cultural heritage. It plays host to several ceremonies and festivals that are elaborate, colorful, and attract a lot of tourists. It has a lot of nature to showcase to its visitors, as well as a lot of indigenous cuisines and a budding hospitality industry competing to satisfy. Nigeria is home to Nollywood, the world's second largest producers of movies, only after Bollywood of India, and ahead of Hollywood of the United States of America. Part of what makes Nigeria popular is that it also has produced African music exports that have gone on to serenade the world and sell their home country's famous Afrobeat music genre to a wider audience off the shores of Africa. It is noteworthy to state that the richest man in Africa, according to Forbes, Aliko Dangote, is a national of Nigeria. So also the literary Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka and the current Director General World Trade Organization Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. The next country on our list is Kenya. The Republic of Kenya is an Eastern African country that inhabits an estimated population of over 54 million citizens. This country is famed for having a panoramic scenery and geography, a diverse wildlife, the Massa warriors and Kalenjin athletes. Kenya got its independence from the United Kingdom December 12, 1963, and a year later declared itself a republic in December 12, 1964. It runs a presidential representative republic where the people are represented by elected officials and the head of state is the president. Its capital is Nairobi. Kenya is considered the third largest economy in sub-Saharan Africa, coming after Nigeria and South Africa. Kenya has a very rich history in music and artistic expressions such as traditional, oral, and written literature. Its athletes, especially those of the Maasai Kalenjin tribe, go on to win marathons and endurance sports every year. Kenya is famous for its world-leading lush and beautiful safaris that boast the Big Five: lions, elephants, buffaloes, black and white species of rhinoceros, and the leopard. Originally described in Africa as the hardest animal to hunt, in Kenya you can also find the Masai Mara Game Reserve, where annually over 1 million wild beasts, zebra and antelope around the Serengeti Masai Mara ecosystem migrate clockwise. It has high snow-capped mountains that are scattered inland. One of them is the second largest mountains in Africa, Mount Kenya. Kenya is also known to be the birth home of famous Hollywood actress Lupita Young, politician Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta, prolific writer Ngugi wa Thiong'o, and the black man that broke the jinx in the Oval Office of the USA, Barack Obama. The next country on our list is Morocco. The state known officially as the Kingdom of Morocco is in the northwestern most part of North Africa. It has an estimated population of over 37 million people who speak Arabic as their official language and are 99% Muslims. Morocco is such a fascinating country. The culture, the landscape to the religion just gets you all enshrined in its beauty and extravagance. Modern-day Morocco gained its independence on 7th April 1956 from France and Spain and unified its divided protectorate. Since then, the country has remained somewhat stable. Its recent ratings, it has become the 5th largest economy in Africa and controls very significant influence in both Africa and the Arab League of countries. It runs a unitary parliamentary semi-constitutional monarchy. This simply means that they have a king, a prime minister, and a double parliamentary chamber. The capital of Morocco is Rabat and its largest city, a port city, is Casablanca. Morocco is famous for its desert areas, mountains, lush forests, ancient cities, and beautiful coastlines. Morocco developed a plan called Plan Azure. It apportioned tourist zones to 6 coastal areas. Each zone is themed to suit a particular tourist need, such as sports, ecotourism, and culture. Morocco has been very successful in building a tourism sector as over 10 million people are attracted to their offers every year. One of Morocco's most incredible features, the Atlas Mountains, collect and stores rainwater and snow melt, providing the verdant valley that are below. Morocco's athletes have never missed any Olympic, both winter and summer, since 1960, and this has added to their popularity all around the world. The next country on our list is Ethiopia. The Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia is a country in the northeastern part of Africa. Aside the fact that Ethiopia shares borders with many African countries, it has an estimated population of about 140 million people as of 2022, making it stand out as the 13th most populous country in the world. While Nigeria continues to take the lead as the most populous country in Africa, Ethiopia remains the second most populous country in the continent, with Addis Ababa, which is one of the most developed cities in the country, as the capital of the country. Ethiopia remains one of the most popular countries in Africa. The country is known for her cultural diversity and heritage. There are about 80 different ethnic groups in the country, which makes it one of the countries with great cultural tolerance. There are quite prestigious personalities from Ethiopia who has projected the country's image beyond the shores of the country, like Leah Kebede, who is an Ethiopian model and actress who is also into clothing designs as well as health advocacy. The celebrity model rose to a level in her career when she became the 11th most paid model in the world. The country has been noted to be one of the poorest countries in the world as a result of its income per capita, as well as in the area of Human Development Index. There's quite an alarming rate of human rights neglect in the country, as well as a declining rate of illiteracy. The country seems to be struggling with viable strategy for rapid economic development. It is one of the most popular countries in Africa. The next country we have on our list is Algeria. Algeria is officially known and referred to in the international space as the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria, and is located in the northern part of Africa. The country shares its border with Tunisia, Mali, Morocco, Libya, Niger, and Mauritania. The country is one of the most popular countries in Africa, holding the title as the 10th largest nation in the world by area and the largest in the African continent. Its landmass spanning across an area about 2 million square kilometers and a population of about 44 million people. Algeria is notable for being the 32nd most populous country in the world, a regional power in North Africa, as well as having one of the highest Human Development Index in the continent. It is also renowned in Africa for its military might and sophistication that is one of the best in the continent. Algeria still remains one of the largest suppliers of natural gas to the European market and a member of the most international organizations like UNO and many others. There are still so many other popular countries in Africa, such as Ghana, Namibia, Liberia, Congo, and so on and so forth, with different factors that make them so well known around the world. So the ones we mentioned in this video are the few most famed countries according to tourism, business, investments, and their histories. So if you find this video informative and educative, make sure you subscribe before you go, okay? And don't forget to turn on post notification, because that will notify you whenever we drop a new content on this channel. Also, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.